Right, okay, come on, load. What's this DLL issue? Friggin' thing. Don't tell me I've got to download it. Just try repairing first, that'll be faster. Something must have got corrupted. Gotta love it. Where is what I'm after? I know what I'm after, I just can't think of it. I know what I'm after, I just can't do it because I cannot think of what I'm after. Hey. Where is it? Where it headed to get to? I know what I'm after now. Right. Why is that? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Wanted to be a bit weird today. Next week. Okay. Watch out.
This some bullshit.
What am I after? No. Come on. Maybe he forgot. I don't know how it's... Anyway, won't even question it. How does it have a repair count of 4? Who knows? Okay. It looks like he might not be coming. Haven't heard from him. Do I have a broken... Yes, I do. I don't need a broken fishing rod. I can go... Bonk. No. I cannot do it all. I could do everything. Oh dear. I am a bit on the tired side still. See what postcode is that I was thinking about. Three 3021, I think. No. 3017. Who's this? Okay. Hello.
Hey, mate. All right.
All good. Can I see an ID, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Richard.
That's all right.
Okay. Fake street, fake town. Oh, I gotta love it. I need to update my thing.
Sometimes you're just going to be creative.
Yeah. Oh, what was I looking for? Oh, yes. Financial records. Okay, you've got no debt. Your license is up to date. All good. You want to follow me?
Awesome.
Just in here, just a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Just give you a heads up now. We've got a new handbook that literally came out last night. So,
Yeah, I already gave it a read last night.
yeah, just going to say that, you know, I still have to go through it with you though. But
Yeah, oh, yeah, obviously.
But yeah, I might stumble on a few things depending on how much has changed. So
That's alright.
just give me a little bit.
Alright.
But anyway, what do you what am I after? Yes, I need to give you your rolls. Give me a moment. Wait, that's not what I wanted. Okay. One I don't need to give you because you already got it. The DPS one. That makes things a bit easier for me. Now I just got to find the rest. No.
It's alright, while you're doing that, I might just start getting the uniform at the same time the other day.
You won't be able to at the moment. You can get it set up though. Where's Sheriff? Office, yes. Where is I? No, 18. Oh, wait, no, you'll still need that one for the moment. Where is it? Courting Road. Okay. Where is that? Where is it?
I'm wearing the right shirt.
There's 2 outfits, but yeah.
Yeah, just noticed I have chevrons on the side.
Yeah, not supposed to have any.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
It comes with them. It's just your anti-muscle to get rid of them.
Yeah, just had to go back into it. There we go. Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. I've done that. Now I can. Where is it? Just join me in inductions and training. Very good. Wait, Chrome. Where is that? Where are we with that? Well, I better not do that just yet. Where is there? Can you see that? Not sure what's showing up. Yeah, that should be good. You see that or not? Oh, we're only talking in city. Do you see it? Sorry, I can't hear you if you're trying to say something.
No.
No? You
No.
No?
Right. Hang on. Oh.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, my lips are moving.
Yeah, I can hear you. But can you see the,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This is the latest edition of the Out and About handbook. Yeah, don't forget, it's enjoyment over realism or, over anything else. So, yeah, if you're not enjoying yourself, well, yeah, probably not a good thing. Like last night, we got attacked for no real reason. But anyway, won't go there. It's just orgs being orgs. You know, they can get away with everything.
Normal
and
day
anything.
in life.
You know, if you and I tried to do the same thing they did, well, yeah, we wouldn't be around for long.
You have a point.
Just ridiculous. Needs to change. It's just not good enough. Anyway, equipment enforcement. All sheriffs are equipped with the following for fine enforcement. So you get a taser, a baton, torch, bandage, and a first aid kit. Yeah, that's all you get for when you're doing out and about. Also, yeah, you see that image? That will happen to you if you decide to start selling your equipment. Okay?
I love that.
Yeah, it is like, you see the guy that's still standing up? He does have the power to make that happen. Okay? So don't do it. Okay? So the guy standing up is Titus. The one under the table is Jack. Okay?
He killed a cone.
Yep. So you're only to use the corrections radio while being a sheriff unless you are already in VicPol. We will have to get you a sheriff. Oh, do you have a radio?
I do.
Okay. Is it just a standard radio or?
It's just a standard.
Okay. Well, that'll work. Because I don't think you can get a corrections radio down here. If you're found with these items off duty, you'll be arrested and charged the same as any other member of the public. You'll also be reprimanded or fired from the sheriff's department, depending on the severity of the situation. Note, selling or giving away these items is considered powerful. You'll be caught. It is not a matter of if, but when. You can keep, you know, like if you were, for example, doing corrections, all the gear that you see for out and about, you can take with you to corrections and use it there, and vice versa. So just something to be aware of. You can do that, but that's the only time you can take it with you. Also, something to be mindful of is with this job, if you're not logged into the MDT, all that stuff can be stolen off you. Okay? And then you'll get in a lot of trouble. It's only once you log into the MDT, it can't be stolen off you.
Right, okay.
Yeah. At least that's what I've been told. So, yeah. At the moment, we're not going to worry about taking vests off. But your vest stays on you at all times, except for in the station and the courthouse. You must be in uniform at all times on duty. Well, not on courthouse duties. Well, you got to be in. You got to be in uniform at all times. But this uniform, no. When you're doing court duties, it's a different uniform. At this stage, chevrons are only for senior sheriffs and above. Also, female vests are not available at this time, so if you see someone who's after a vest, who's female, tell them that they can't have one at this point. So we've got a few vehicles. We've got the Divi at the top there. It's the Chevrolet Pink or whatever they call it. Just call it Divi. So much easier. You can use that whenever you wish. Benefactor Imperial, also the same deal. You can use it at any time. Sheriff Cruiser is for senior sheriffs. The Vapid Sandstorm is for leadership. Jogger, so that's the big van, is for FTOs only. So FTOs can pull them out and take them and drive around in them, but no one else. Usually it's used for mass transport or, when you're doing mass trainings.
Yeah.
For any of these where it says the ranks, different ranks, so especially the three at the bottom. So for example, FTOs only van can be used by anyone above that rank. Sheriff Cruiser, it can be used by anyone above that rank, which is only leadership, but yes, you get what I mean.
Absolutely.
So yeah, all the vehicles can be used from that rank that you see that's written up. Okay. Station procedures. Other than the front lobby, the general public is not permitted in the garage or the station proper. Victoria Police should keep their presence in the station to a minimum, but do not be annoying about enforcing that. Magistrates and judges, while welcome in the station, in the course of their duty, should not be frequenting any of the restricted areas of the station to avoid the appearance of association with the sheriff's office. This includes the car park and any area other than the lobby. It doesn't mean that they can't go into those areas. It just means they shouldn't be going into them too often. Obviously, sometimes you don't have a choice. It's just a fact. Obviously, during an evacuation, all VIPs are permitted inside the station, as are people who are actively being escorted by a sheriff's officer. Or in a meeting with a sheriff officer. Be polite but firm with court officials, police, and especially the general public who overstay their welcome. If need be, hand out move-on notices, and if they still fail to comply, ask VicPol to take care of people that might be trespassing. VicPol will usually just tell us to deal with them. VicPol don't want to. Sheriff recruits. Sheriff recruits are new to the department and have not been fully trained. They may not represent in court, full stop, capital letters. Sheriff officers. Sheriff officers are fully trained members of the department. They may not represent at MCV without a more senior officer present. So that's anyone from senior sheriff up. Senior sheriffs have shown that they are knowledgeable and dedicated to the role. They can approve payment plans up to the value of $400,000 and are able to answer most questions. They may not represent the department at DCV, but can at MCV. So I can represent at DCV, but I cannot represent at MCV. So difference. DCV is District Courts of Victoria.
So one's basically just.
and the other
more...
is magistrates. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, they go to the
More
magistrates
serious.
first. Then, if they have an issue with the ruling that the magistrate that they got at the magistrates court, they can then take it to the DCV court and get it
Right.
sorted there. If
Right.
they don't, that's if they don't like it, and people don't, obviously. But oh well, they like obviously even if they didn't like it, they still have to go to prison and get, you know, the charges. You know, if the defendant isn't happy. Yeah, if the defendant gets charged or something at MCV, even if they want to take it DCV, they can, but they still have to go to prison. You know, because that was the ruling at the MCV courts. They can get, I think it's like a payment back or something if they do go to MCV, but I'm not sure. Supervising sheriff officers assist with the day-to-day running of the department. Supervising officer can approve payment plans for others up to the value of $600,000 and are able to answer most questions. They may represent the department at MCV, but not DCV. The only people who can represent it at the DCV is regional manager and above. The regional manager, this is Jack Cohn, assists the sheriff and deputy sheriff with administration of the department, and there's no limits on the payment plans they can approve. The regional manager may represent the department at court. Then you got the deputy sheriff, that is Liam. The deputy sheriff assists the sheriff with administration of the department, and there's no limits on the payment plans they can approve. The deputy sheriff may represent the department at court. The sheriff, that is Titus, runs the whole department with complete autonomy. The sheriff can hire, discipline, fire, and command all other ranks. The sheriff has no limits in the payment plans they can approve and can amend policy within reason. The sheriff may also represent the department at court. Obviously, some policy, for him to change it, he'd have to talk to the judge and talk it over with him, because we, you know, work real close with the courts, if you know what I mean. You can choose your call sign or service number from 0 to 97. So 99 is reserved for the sheriff or acting sheriff. 98 is reserved for the deputy sheriff. 65 can't be used, as this call sign was retired on the 9th of the 4th, 2023. That was Anya Ghost. May she rest in peace. Your duty number will change based on the duties you're performing. If you're working with VicPol or doing non-court related duties, your duty number will be 1. If you're on court duties, your duty number will be 0. If you're doing a 2-up with a VicPol unit or part of a sheriff operation, your duty number will be 2. If you're manning the station, your duty number will be 3. did I put mine as? I think I did it wrong. I think I put it as 0. Give me a second. I should log out and make sure. Yeah. 316. Just free log in. And I also should do. When you're signing into the MDT, your call sign will be SRF, then your duty number, then your badge number. Okay. There's no space between the duty number and badge number. There's only a space between SRF and your duty number. You do not need to do capitals. It will do that for you. But you can if you want. As an example, the sheriff, service number 99, will use the following call signs. So 099 on court duties, 199 in sheriff vehicle doing non-court related work, 299 part of an operation such as checkpoint or seizure, 399 manning the station. We use radio procedures. We use many of the same codes as VicPol. As such, some of these may be familiar. The codes that we use most often are Code 1, so that's you're on patrol / driving. Code 2, arrived at Sheriff 900. Code 4, traffic stop. Code 6, unavailable / busy. Code 2 is usually at station, unavailable. Code 9 is officer under duress. We'll do that in a minute. Actually, we'll do that now. There is a quick video you'll need to watch, so we'll open that if it wants to let me. Just listen to the video. Hey Bozy, how are you? Haven't seen you in ages. Well, age is an understatement.
Search person, search vehicle, search history of your MDT, your penalty infringement notices, criminal history.
I don't know what's going on my stream. It's just dropping.
Financial records.
Just don't.
Also, you can see other units on duty, such as police and other sheriffs. And then this just shows outstanding warrants.
Doesn't want to do what I want it to, but anyway, I'll have to have a look. Maybe Steam's doing something in the background.
Who's got an outstanding debt? Christian
Not on there.
So we want to run his name in search person check. We run person check. Now, as we can see, he's got permanent SBO.
While I'm doing inductions, I can't really see the YouTube chat, but I can see it through OBS. How have you been anyway, Bozy?
Put in here, run vehicle check, and it gives you their Vic Roads profile. C, Control V, and it will come up. Okay, now this tab here you can view penalty infringement notices. This tab here you can see your criminal history. Now these three tabs here, reports, criminal history and pins, they're going to be relevant to you because you might have representatives of the OPP or the OLD asking you to provide them these details. So what you want to do, you take payment from the lawyers first, then you send whatever details they're requesting for in a file to them. So reports is where you find arrest reports and previous warrants and field contacts. Crim history is of course, and then pins are just the fines. Now to check debts, you want to run the person's name, and then you want to head to the financial records tab. Now, as you can see, Krishna has $920,000 outstanding. If the individual has debts, it will show in civil obligations outstanding amount. Then you'll need to ascertain as to whether the debt is a public or private. However, as you can see, these are all fines. We only enforce government debts, so big pole fines, things like that. Now on to the next tab, actions. Now, if somebody is not compliant with you, you've got a debt under 10k and they refuse to pay it on the spot, this is the tab where you can suspend their driver's license. All you need to do is you run their name here, make sure you run person check, and then you click toggle suspend driver's licenses. Once you've done that, it will come up here as suspended by police. Additionally, another tab that's relevant is the warrant. So sheriffs can put a warrant here. You put the first part in this box, second part in this box. There is a guide as to how to put a warrant in the Sheriff General. It is pinned there. The only thing you should be putting out a warrant for is the charge of failing to stop for an enforcement vehicle. That's about it as far as the MDT is concerned. Thank you for watching. This is Deputy Sheriff Jones, and I hope you guys have fun on duty.
Alright.
Okay.
That MDT is going to be taking, that's for sure.
Sorry?
I said the MDT is going to be taking a lot of getting used to for me.
Yeah.
It's
It's not that difficult, really. Anyway, you go back to here. Give me a sec, gotta go back one slide. Okay. As you can sort of see from the image, it looks a little bit different, but not much.
yeah.
To access the MDT, you flex your F6 muscle in City, obviously. Keep in mind that all MDT searches are logged and can be viewed by IBAC, police leadership, the sheriff, and government investigators. Only ever use the Elite database appropriately. Looking things up for personal gain, curiosity, or utilising such information in a manner not covered in this booklet will result in termination or potential court proceedings. This is to comply with the Privacy Act. Backup requests. There is actually 4, even though they're only showing 3, but there's 4 ways you can dress. No, I actually think 5. So to dressing is used when you feel like your life is being threatened. The recommended way I would tell you is backspace plus insert at the same time. T/P duress, not really. Don't even bother with that one. You can also use your F8 muscle. You go in there and do P duress, but I wouldn't recommend it. You got your G wheel as well, and you've got your F6 muscle. That's it. Urgent assistance is used when you need immediate assistance, but your life is not being threatened. So that's right arrow plus numpad 0 at the same time. Non-urgent VicPol assistance. Non-urgent assistance is used when you need assistance, but it's not immediate. Press the N button near the numpad. What you can do is you can duress, and if you're still moving, just flex your N muscle to keep updating your location. And VicPol will then be able to keep up with your location, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They can, just follow. When you approach an individual to check unpaid fines, either due to a traffic stop or due to a police tip-off, always introduce yourself first. Hi, my name is Sheriff Officer, then your name from the Department of Sheriff's Office. Be polite, ask the individual for their ID. Ask them how their day is going, stuff like that. Run an MDT check using the F6 search person and check the financial records tab. If they have overdue amounts, ensure that they are government fees, licenses, fines, or other fees. You may use this tool to help you calculate the right amount. And they don't have it there, but anyway. There should have been a hyperlink. Sheriffs do not provide debt collection for private entities. Once you have confirmed the amount overdue for government fines, inform the person of the outstanding debt and instruct them to make full payment. There are different rules depending on how much debt a person owes. All debts until $400,000 can be dealt with the sheriff recruit themselves. Note on vehicle patrols. When you're doing a vehicle patrol, there are a few things to keep in mind. We are not police, okay? We do not pursue under any circumstance, okay? That's any. If you are seen pursuing people, then expect talking to, okay? At the very least. We don't run red lights. We don't, we're not chasing people. We must abide by the road rules. Like, obviously, you can stop in the middle of the road, put your lights on to mark a car for inbound to protect yourself. That is allowed. Even though that's technically breaking the road rules, but that is allowed because it's for your safety. It's like pulling up. If a person pulls up in front of a no parking zone, well, you can just put your lights on and pull up there as well, even though, yes, it's technically illegal. There are a few times where we can break road rules, but 90% of the time we are not to. If your ANPR picks up debt and the person is driving, signal them to pull over using your lights and a quick blip of the sirens. If they refuse to stop or leave the scene of a code 4, contact the police and use the leap details gained from the license plate to register the debt in emails. You're also to place a warrant for arrest in lieu of contacting the police. So you don't actually have to contact the police, just put a warrant out. Because that's all VicPol will tell you if you contact them. they'll just tell you, put a warrant out, and then they'll deal with it. Give the person a phone call after the debt has been registered to inform them of what they owe. Oops. You must abide by all road rules at all times. The only time you're permitted to use the sign and break road rules is when you are responding to a lockdown. All other or a threat to the courtroom. More like the courthouse, but yeah. If the police charge you with a traffic infringement, do not complain, be polite and improve your driving. If you pick up multiple infringements, you may have your license revoked. Patrols are only to detect fines using the ANPR or inspect the streets around the courtroom, not to detect crime. Okay? So you will, once you get the job role, you will start seeing notifications about, harassment calls and stuff like that. You are not to go to them. If someone puts a call in to say, I need my license renewed, updated, whatever, license photo done, you can go to those, but that's it. That's the only ones you can go to. Or if there's a call specifically asking for sheriffs. Otherwise, no. There's the hyperlink. Actually, it's not a hyperlink. It is, but it isn't. When you approach an individual to check for unpaid fines, either due to a traffic stop or due to police tip-off, always introduce yourself first. Hi, my name is Sheriff Officer from the DOJ Sheriff's Department. Be polite, ask the individual for their ID. This is basically the same as the last one. Anyway.
I was just thinking, that feels like we just repeated the same thing.
It is. It's literally the same. It's word for word. But that's the hyperlink that should have been in that first one. Anyway, I won't go over that one again. There's no point. What to do when checking unpaid fines continued. If the debt is under 10,000, the entire sum must be paid off immediately. They cannot go into a payment plan if it's under 10,000. And up to 10,000. If it's on 10,000 exactly, you can either go, you need to pay it off right now, or you can give them a payment plan. But yeah. They can't, if they drive away, you just put out a warrant. If non-compliant, suspend their license, and you can put in a request to impound their vehicle. An impound request an impound of $250 for a period of 1 month. Or you can just put in that you're requesting an impound, and leadership will usually tell you how much. If the debt is over 10,000 and under 60,000, the entire sum must be paid within 3 weeks. Using your own judgment as to what's reasonable. You can arrange a payment plan for them to pay off their debt without requiring immediate settlement. If non-compliant, suspend their license. You can put in a request for impounding their vehicle and impound requests. Additionally, inform them that further non-compliance may result in an enforcement warrant being issued for assets such as cars to be seized and sold off. So that's a warrant saying that VicPol or whoever, usually VicPol, can to go to your garage, pull out your vehicles and seize them, basically. If the debt is over 60,000, under 100,000, the entire sum must be paid within 4 weeks. The same goes for this one as well. But inform them additionally that should their debt cross 100,000, that their bank account will automatically be frozen, meaning they will only be able to deposit money and will not be able to withdraw. They can still pay off their bills, their fines, but they can't do anything else with their bank account other than put money into it. Now this is a new slide. Okay. For debts over 100,000. For debts over 100,000, payment plans are not an option. Debtors' options are as follows. They either pay on the spot. Individuals may settle the full debt immediately. Option 2, forfeiture of assets. Individuals may voluntarily transfer ownership of a listed vehicle, property or asset equal in value to the debt. Ensure this is documented. Vehicle seizure. If no payment or forfeiture is made, the sheriff officer may seize the vehicle on the spot. We can seize vehicles on the spot now if it's over 100,000. Doesn't matter how much over 100,000. From my understanding anyway. Because, yeah. Anyway, that's what I was told. Detention. If the individual refuses all other options, they may be arrested and detained for a flat 60 weeks, depending on the amount and history. The court may impose further penalties. If they take off, you put out a warrant for 90 weeks. Is another thing. So yeah, if they take off from a traffic stop where they've got over $100,000 in debt, then you put out a warrant for them, and it's a warrant for arrest, not for questioning, for arrest, and it is 90 weeks that you've got to put in. If the debt has been registered, we need to make sure that we call the individuals to follow up on payment or confirm that they are refusing to pay. Check the call logs channel to make sure that we have not already made contact with them recently and call their number. I'm going to be trying to get people to start doing this. It hasn't been done in a while, but we're going to have to start calling people up about their debts now. It's just getting beyond a joke. When calling, if they do not pick up, use the bot command !call first name, last name, NA, so not available. If they do pick up, introduce yourself as follows. Hi. And then their name. I am your name from Victorian Justice Department, Sheriff's Office. I am calling you in regards to your outstanding debts to the state. Is now a good time to talk? If they hang up on you, well, yeah, you can try calling them back again once more. Otherwise, I'd be putting a warrant out. Or at least, I'd say a warrant, because obviously they don't want to pay. But I'd have to check with leadership about that one, but I'm pretty sure that's how it would work. You will then ask them to come down to the sheriff's office on Innocence Boulevard, right next to the courthouse, so you can confirm payment of their debts or arrange a payment plan. They must attend before we clear their debts. Inform them that repeated failure to attend will result in further legal action. Okay, so if they don't come here, then yeah, chances are we'll take it to court. Warrants, how to. If you attempt a code 4 and the individual decides to evade, you'll need to write up a warrant for VicPol so they can be detained for debt recovery purposes. See underneath for a warrant template. See to the right for an example warrant. Please note the details of who, what, where, and why. Don't forget to provide details of the vehicle that has evaded you. An ID confirm warrant is only when they have shown you their ID. Anything else is an ID unconfirmed warrant. Okay? Even if you know that person, it'll be an ID unconfirmed warrant. Okay? Let's say, you pulled me over, for example, and then I took off. And I'd never show you my ID. Even though you know me, you still have to put in an ID unconfirmed warrant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joint activities with VicPol, pairing units. A sheriff officer looking to go on duty should approach a VicPol officer and ask if they don't mind doing a paired patrol. The 2 units, VicPol and sheriffs, will be in their own cars and follow each other on their patrols, providing mutual assistance where appropriate. For traffic stops, speed compliance activities, and other VicPol activities, the sheriff will simply attend the scene to assist the police if requested. During the stop, the sheriff can run the identities of any individuals to check the plates of the cars to see if there are outstanding fines. If there are fines, VicPol or sheriff's officer may conduct an arrest while payment of these fines is negotiated. Joint activities with VicPol continued. RBT/vehicle safety checks and fine enforcement checkpoints. VicPol officers and sheriff officers will set up a stationary checkpoint requiring vehicles to pull into an inspection area. VicPol officers will use the situation to conduct road breathing tests. Should be breath tests, but anyway. You're going to check their breathing, are you? Vehicle safety inspections or license compliance, while the sheriff's office will check individuals for outstanding fines. Combined radar traps and fine enforcement. This involves the sheriff unit being stationed on a heavily travelled road with a highway officer further down the road from them. The sheriff will use their AMPR to detect unpaid fines on passing vehicles, while highway officer is using a radar to check for speed infringements. If a sheriff detects someone with unpaid fines, they call the highway officer, who can conduct a traffic stop while the sheriff catches up. Individuals and businesses can request criminal record searches of either themselves or prospective employees. For this to occur, they will need to come down to the station, and if the search is not for themselves, they will need to either have the person there to give permission or have a signed document granting permission. This is just a simple MDT search where you will copy all the charges they have had and send them to an email address of their choice. This is just a... there is a fee involved which you will take from the individual prior to the records lookup. You keep any money that you make, okay, from doing that. So, if you were searching a business employee, 2 business employees, that would be $2,000 that you get. $3,000, you know, that's a fair bit of money that you'll be getting in one hit.
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
Registered businesses are able to create a tab in their respective channels. After receiving the payment from each search, you keep what you were given for the checks you have completed. So the Office of Legal Representation, that is $250. Individuals, $500. $1,000 per employee. This includes lawyers representing a client. The courts, government agencies, so AV, CFA, DPS, IBAC or OPP, that's $0, so they don't have to pay anything. While we do not collect private debts, a business may request you check a person's financial records to see if they owe the business any money, unpaid invoices. This will cost the business $750 per person that we look up. You will send them only the unpaid invoices to that company that belong to that company, is more what it's saying. So let's say let's say they had debt to Galaxy, and you then went to 68 Motors and they asked you to check for the same person for debt. Well, you can't tell them how much they're in debt to Galaxy. Okay?
Yeah.
Because you're doing it for 68 Motors. Yeah, so you don't provide any information of other money being owed. If no money is owed to the business, there is a fee. It is non-refundable, and you will inform the business that no money is outstanding towards them. Remind the business that we cannot follow up on their debts for them. They'll need to begin their own debt recovery procedures. Advise that they can submit court applications to force a payment, including having assets sold to pay off the debt or to secure the return of a product such as a car. Progressing to VicPol. So we've modified the way to get selected / eligible for VicPol. You must be in at least 2 DPS departments, so corrections, sheriffs, Melrose or parks. But at least one of them has to be sheriffs or corrections. The leaders then send recommendations based on behaviour. Therefore, it's not a requirement to be fully ticked off, but it may look better for you if you do. Come on. That's good. That's another handbook. Now on to the next one. This is the court handbook. Won't worry about outfits yet. Sheriff station. On the second floor of the courthouse, the sheriff office has access to designated area for holding prisoners pre-trial and the custody of guilty individuals until corrections arrives. Additionally, we have a security room equipped with surveillance cameras. Oh, a bit tired. Court roles. The sheriff's office is responsible for the management of court-related security, ensuring that the court is safe and secure for everyone involved. To do our job properly, we're given several rights/jobs. Sheriff officers assigned to court duties are allowed to carry weapons. There's a slide for that, but we'll get to that one in a bit. So carry weapons in a courtroom. In the courtroom, I should say. Sheriff officers may arrest someone for violation of court rules or due to a security risk to the court. Sheriff officers may search individuals as a condition of entry to the courtroom. Sheriff officers may evict or deny entry to the courtroom for any individual for any reason. Sheriff officers will issue any charges and sentences on behalf of the judge or magistrate. Sheriff officers will ensure that everyone remains in their allocated areas during proceedings. Court security. We guard the front entrance metal detector in order to search relevant people entering the court. There is another entrance/exit on the opposite side of this, also equipped with a metal detector. Individuals entering the court are to be ID'd and then checked for active criminal warrants, unless an exemption applies, which is detailed in another slide. They are also to be fully searched. No weapons or articles deemed dangerous are allowed in the courts. This includes Vicpol weapons. The sheriff's office has final say in the situation. If individuals are non-compliant, they are to be refused entry and asked to leave clearly. Give a written F10 document, move on notice if required. If they do not leave, detain them and contact a higher ranking sheriff's officer or presiding official who will likely take further action against the individual. At the end of the day, sheriff officers are officers of the court. Court property is the jurisdiction of the sheriff's office and will be protected by us at all times. If a person keeps, entering a restricted area, you can detain them. it doesn't matter. Like, if you've told them to move on, they moved on, then came back again, detain them. Don't wait around. Just detain them.
Yeah.
Where are people allowed in court? Court officials are judges, magistrates, clerks of the court, and sheriff's officers. They are permitted in all areas of the court, and in case of judges and magistrates and sheriffs, they are not to be searched in the course of their duties. Search or impeded. You can with clerks of the court, but that's it. No one else can be. If Vicpol tried to search you while you're on duty, for courts, that's a big no-no. Or they try to stop you from doing your duty, that's a big no-no. Get their name and contact Titus immediately. Or contact the magistrate. Well, best contact the magistrate and the judge or judge. Because that's not on. Approval needed. The well and the bench are sacred areas. Entry into these areas is only to occur if... Where is it up to? Only to occur if the presiding judicial officer permits or requests it. Otherwise, the sheriff officer should prevent people from entering these areas. So the bench, that is the most restricted place in the whole courthouse. No one other than the magistrates are allowed there, and us, obviously. But usually we do not sit at the bench. Well, we never sit at the bench, but we can go in behind the bench if required. But no one else is allowed, other than the magistrates and judges. Even Vicpol aren't allowed up there. Ever. Unless, obviously, there's a lockdown or something where they have to. But, yeah. Jury box is only for the jury. Okay? Jury. Only the appointed jury may enter the jury box. Nobody else. If you see anyone else there who is like an off-duty magistrate, judge, etc., you're to tell them that they're to go into the gallery. No one is allowed in there. The well, it's not quite as restrictive, but it is still restricted. Only certain people are allowed in the well. The gallery is open to all members of the public. No member of the public may enter without being vet, so that's searched and ID checked. See next page, image of the courtroom. This is the courtroom. If we get time, I'll take you up there. Oaths and affirmations. Before providing evidence or testimony in the magistrate's court, individuals must recite either an oath or an affirmation that the information they will provide to the court is truthful. So the oath is if you believe in a God. The affirmation is if you don't believe in a God. Usually if you believe in science or something, or if you don't believe in anything, you'll take the affirmation.
Yeah.
I'm not going to read it to you. I'm sure you can read it in your own time. Members of the police have taken an oath upon commencement of their duties and need not recite an affirmation or oath unless they have had prior incidences that could cast reasonable doubt upon their character, such as previous false statements or IVAC. Okay. Boy. Courtroom security. One sheriff officer, also known as bailiff, must always be in the well. Okay, full stop, capital letters. unless the magistrate walks out. Then you put yourself between the individual that's I don't know where it's up to. I just haven't any naps. Sorry.
No, you're alright.
Yeah. The next sheriff officer available should stand in the public gallery. Ensure that everyone is searched before seating and send them to the correct locations. Most sheriff officers will stand in the public gallery, and if we get too many in there, we start sending them out and spreading them. Ensure that everyone is searched before seating and sending them to the correct locations. Additional sheriff officers should stand in the lobby to provide searches and first line of defense. Well, we usually search them before they come up, so that's no big deal. In the hallway or patrol the perimeter of the building in that order. Patrolling the perimeter of the building, that doesn't happen. Very simple. At no time should the presiding official not have a sheriff officer with them. However, do not invade their privacy by always sticking with them. If they are in their chambers, stay posted outside unless they give you clear signs that they want you to come in. You will know. They usually either tell you to come in or say, you can come in if you want. Something like that. So yeah. There was up to... Additional sheriff officers will be assigned as needed. Lawyers. Lawyers are to be searched upon entry, as are their clients. Lawyers in both parties are to wait in the public gallery until the presiding official calls them into the well. That doesn't happen. Usually they're straight into the in the well at the desks waiting. Also, when the magistrate or judge enters the what's it called? The courtroom. You need to tell everyone all rise if you're the bailiff. What is up to? No one, including lawyers, are to approach the bench without approval from the court official. If a lawyer or one of the parties is violating court rules, before evicting them, you must notify the presiding official and ask how they would like to proceed. Lawyers and their clients are to be treated with respect. However, remember that they're still members of the public and need to comply with the courthouse rules. If a lawyer fails to show proper respect to the court or to you, notify the presiding official immediately. Lawyers and their clients are also required to follow proper dress code. When appearing in the courtroom, just like the general public. Please ensure that lawyers is registered for DCV. Sorry, I'm having micro sleeps. Lawyers continued. If a registered lawyer / law student with either office wishes to speak to a client in private without there being a court case, they are allowed to use the court offices on either side in the lobby. So that's downstairs. A sheriff's officer has to be present. May also be outside the room for privacy reasons. To let the lawyer and client in and out. Always vet the lawyer and client before handling them. But give them respect and privacy once they're all clear. General public. All members of the public, including lawyers who are not currently representing, members of the police force who are not prosecuting, any court officials other than judiciary officials not involved in the current case. Must remain in the public gallery only. All members of the public are to be searched upon or prior to entering the courtroom. Refusal will see them evicted. Where was that? Where was up to? I see them evicted from premises. As all cases are public, recordings, photos with phones or cameras are allowed in magistrates' court. However, no recording of any kind is permitted in the DCV or Supreme Court cases. Without approval from the judge presiding. You are not to hold onto any items for anyone. This includes members of the public or EMS. They are to put their non-permitted items away before being allowed access to the courthouse. People entering the courtroom for DCV must be dressed appropriately. So fully enclosed shoes, no shorts, shirts with sleeves at least to the elbow, no shirts that do not cover all skin from neck to waist are permitted, no headwear including novelty ears or masks. Police SOG are exempt from having to remove their masks. No sunglasses, clear prescription style glasses are fine. No nasal or lip piercings. No cuts, club vests, motorcycle club vests or gang affiliated clothing, including pocket rags. Casual wear is permitted for MCV within reason, and this will be at the sheriff's presiding official's discretion. This means no cuts or gang affiliated clothing, including pocket rags. Also no sunglasses unless they have a letter F10 document from paramedic stating that they are prescription. Basically, any glasses that you see need to come with a F10 document from a MICA stating that they're prescription, especially if they're dark. This is caution and rules. When you take custody of the defendant from Melbourne Police, please inform them in a clear, measured voice of the following. It does not need to be word for word, but it must cover the same information. This goes for us too. This next part. If before a magistrate, you must refer to them as your honour or sir / madam at all times. If before a judge, you must refer to them as your honour, your worship, or your lordship. If the individual is wearing anything on their head or obscuring their face, they will need to remove it, or we will remove it. Then you ask, would they like you to repeat anything, or do they have any questions? Okay, courtrooms, codes and phrases. Code blue, police assistance required, non-involved sheriffs to contact police immediately. Code red, ambulance assistance required, non-involved sheriffs to contact AV immediately. Code orange, CFA assistance required, non-involved sheriffs to contact CFA immediately. Code white, evacuate everyone from the building as soon as possible. Make sure to explain why. Code amber, potential security risk here. Make sure VIP secure and send additionals. Lockdowns, ensure nobody enters any area of the courtroom. Tasers and firearms must be drawn in preparation at this time. Any VIPs should be moved into the chamber hall, including the jury. Once this is done, the public should be moved to the jury box to ensure they are out of line of fire for anyone coming in. Police should be called to provide evacuation security for the VIPs. So gun, firearm spot at my location. All sheriffs to either assist or lock down VIPs, and all weapons may be drawn. Unruly individual here. Assistance required, require assistance to be used if within earshot of the person. Code A, detaining individual here, please notify police. Code B, banning individual here, please send assistance, dealing with pretrial prisoners. When police bring an individual into the courtroom, they surrender custody to a sheriff's officer. Note the name of the individual and ask if there's anything you should know about the prisoner. Make sure to search the prisoner regardless of whether the police have already. For MCV, the prisoner is not to change clothes, even if it normally would violate court rules. Take prisoners either to the defence desk if their case is up now, or hold them in the hall until their case is ready. After the case, if the individual is not being imprisoned, take them out front of the courthouse and release them. Alternatively, take them to the hall for transport to the prison. If they are being imprisoned, ensure any charges they have been found guilty of are applied prior to them leaving the courtroom. Corrections is to be contacted at this point via radio for transport to the prison. If no corrections officers are available, sheriff officers are able to transport them to the MRC. If the inmate is high profile or a dangerous individual, a VicPol escort may be required, even if there are not enough police officers on duty. VicPol will take the individual to the MRC without sheriff's assistance. In either case, should police be retaking custody of the individual unless we only have one sheriff officer available, in which case ensure the charges are applied and hand them over to police. Okay, pretty simple. When escorting a magistrate to the MRC or Bolingbroke Penitentiary, there are a few things to keep in mind. No lethal weapons such as your Smith & Wesson 40 or taser should be on you while inside the prison yard, as to make sure that no inmates are able to attempt to grab the firearm. While in the prison yard, you are only allowed to have your ASP baton on you while escorting the magistrate. You are a sheriff, not a corrections officer, to which your job is not to watch over the inmates. Your job is to make sure that the magistrate is safe at all times. You are not to tase or hit inmates unless they are attacking you or the magistrate. When responding from the station to Bolingbroke, while on an escort with the chief magistrate, or judge, you are to drive normal as you would on everyday patrols, following all road rules unless instructed to by the chief magistrate or judge to respond priority 1. What was that? What is that? Okay, dealing with police. Unless assisting with courtroom security, sheriff or judge will notify you prior. This is during DCV cases. They can assist or responding to crime call for assistance from court personnel, not the public. Police must abide by these guidelines. Formal uniform must be worn, no hats and vests. If off duty, they are to be treated as member of the public. No firearms whatsoever unless assisting with security. Exemptions may be made only by the judge. No blunt weapons, flashlights or tasers unless the presiding official says otherwise. Police are not permitted to hinder or search an on-duty court official on court property. You are not to hold anything for Vicpol. They are to put it away first. Always be polite when dealing with police. However, their powers are limited in the courthouse compared to yours. If the presiding official instructs them to be detained, charge them with contempt, or remove them from the courtroom, you will need to enforce that rule upon them. Be professional and polite if this occurs, both during and after the event. If they continue, arrest them and have them seen before the presiding official. Send the Sheriff of Victoria, so Titus, a message to state who they are and why they've been charged. Court threat levels. You may have noticed we have a court threat level channel in the emails. The sheriff and deputy sheriff are the only ones who can adjust the threat level. Based on the threat level, different policies may come into effect. These can be found here and only apply to court duties. Threat level 0, 2 sheriff officers minimum are required for MCV or DCV to open. Sheriff officers are not to wear vests inside the courtroom. Equipment available: pistol, taser, baton. That's the one we set up most of the time. You can. I'm just going to skip through this bit because, yeah, there's not much point going through it all at this point in time. But yeah, make sure you have a look at this at some point. But yeah,
too easy.
Just want to get through it a bit. It's just too much reading. Charging a suspect. Charges. Once the case is concluded, the presiding official will hand down the sentence. Make sure that you're paying attention here. Jot them down on a notepad. This may include the need to charge the defendant when the sentence with the sentence the presiding official issues. Note, some charges may come with a prison sentence called indictable charges. The presiding officer will inform you of the length at the time of sentencing. The process for issuing charges to a suspect is below. You open your F6 menu, go to offender processing, that's image 1. Go to, then 2 is charges are applied automatically, issued and applied to a suspect's, to an offender's history, chosen via the charge offender section. So you go offender processing, charge offender, and then I recommend search after that. All indictable charges are required to have DNA of the suspect taken and placed on file, even if it is already on file. An indictable charge is marked with an orange circle. Okay, that's image 3. And that's the final slide. Good. I'm happy about that.
Oh, thank God. That was so much information.
I know. It's a bit too much. But I know why it's needed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So have you got your role?
Yep, sheriff officer.
Yep. Do you want to just check main emails to see if you got sheriff in there?
Yep.
Yep.
Sheriff recruit.
No, not there. In the BBRP emails.
Oh, right. I'll have a look. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Yes, I do.
Okay, good. Very good. Okay. Whoops. That's good. Okay, you want to come with me now? We'll get you your gear to start with, seeing as I've got to go past there. You just head in there. Just give me a sec. Get some drink. Give me a drink. Okay.
Might have to do the ride along another day though. So
Yeah,
I'll get set up
that's fine.
later in the day.
So just talk to the guy behind the counter or flex your muscle here. Either or.
Oh, yeah.
Both work. Take your pick.
There's a lot more stuff here than I thought there would be.
Yeah. You're going to be getting the... Might as well get some body armor and stick that on.
Might grab the speed right after Mill Roads later.
We don't use that for...
No, for Mill Roads.
Are you allowed to use it in Mill Roads?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just make sure when you're running around, you put it back in your locker.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to need to get a combat pistol, a nightstick, taser, flashlight, bandage, 2 mag kits. Up to you whether you want a fire extinguisher or not. You need an evidence bag. Might as well get some body armor while you're here. A pistol ammo box as well. Yeah.
Alright. I think that's everything. Alright.
So the lockers are here. Just that I...
Yep, got that. Cool.
Just break this down. Just let me know when you've stuck what... so the pistol and stuff in. Mainly just the pistol.
Yep.
You've done that?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Apparently I didn't buy the pistol. Apparently my weapons license is expired.
Oh, okay.
I'll get another one.
Must be fully loaded. Okay. Ah, whoops. Yeah, you don't get MP9. Unfortunately, but anyway.
Oh no.
Okay, that's good. That's loaded. You want to come out? I'll just show you the upstairs. Oh. You can get food and drink from in there. Not really great food or drink, but in a pinch it's better than nothing. But you won't be able to see. You just got to third eye the wall.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay. You can go out on patrols yourself. You get the vehicle out from there. That guy. Yep. You can also bring your vehicle in here and talk to him to park it. Okay.
Yep.
So whenever you're on duty, you just come in and park it. There is one downstairs, but I don't know how long it'll be around for, so best not to use it.
Okay.
Unless I've already got rid of it, which I think they might have actually. No, they haven't. It's still there.
Well, no, I see something.
Yeah, that yellow one. But I wouldn't use it. Because, yeah, your vehicle might end up vanishing. So, and a muscle. Very good.
Yep. Took me a second to figure out how to enter.
Yeah, I should have told you. I told you a bit late. So these are the only two cells up here.
Yep.
This is the security room. Come in here. Have a look at C07.
Oh, yep. What
See?
the? Okay. I didn't know we were in Area 51.
Yeah. Okay, this is a meeting room if need be. This is a last resort sort of meeting room. Most meetings will happen downstairs, not up here.
Okay.
This is the chief magistrate, the judge, Orson. You should know him.
Yep, I do. Looks like Justin.
Yeah, Justin there. Can't remember who else.
I don't know who that third person is.
That's Cookie. Just here, and that's John Papadopoulos. I can't remember who the other two are. I can't keep up with all the names. Okay.
I know John.
Only sheriffs and magistrates can open this door. Also, I don't know if you know this, but if you dress any station you dress at, all doors go into lockdown and cannot be opened by you. Okay? Or anyone else. Like, yes, you can technically, physically still open them, but you don't. And they cannot force you to open it. If they try, well, that's a gov issue. Okay?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. So, just dress. Then it becomes a gov issue if they try and make you open doors. Okay. But yeah, this is the obviously where most people are. This is always the defendant, always right here. The lawyer will usually be on this side.
Yep.
And then you'll have OPP and Vicpol here normally. This is obviously the jury box. No one's to be in there. And up here, this is where the magistrates and judges sit. Okay.
Yep.
They can come up to this podium if they ask. But if anyone comes past this podium without permission, big no-no. We step in and tell them go back or else. If they do not go back, you tackle them to the ground if you have to. You cuff them and you drag them back. Use force. Okay?
Alright.
It is straight to force as soon as they don't listen. Yeah. This one isn't used. Not really. Come in here, have a look around. Yeah, it's not really used. This is the one they use the most often because it's the furthest away from the other end.
Yeah, less chance of eavesdropping.
Yeah. So they may ask you to come in here. Don't worry about trying to use the TV. You can play sound through it, but that's it. Both of these take you down to the same spot, so take whichever one you like. So we've got the Australian flag, obviously.
Yep.
These are the two main meeting rooms. We have the metal detector. You can also, if someone needs a bag, they can pick one up here. You know, for their documents.
Oh, yeah.
So you know, they can walk around with a bag.
Yep.
Yep. This door remains locked at all times unless you're letting someone in. Just be aware, we've had it happen before. They will sometimes pass things. So it might be...
Wouldn't that be technically abuse? if like you pass it to someone who's already walked through.
Yeah, but they do it anyway. It is technically, if you think about it, it's being powerful because they're passing things you can't actually see. You just see the motion of it. So that, by them doing that, that's technically being powerful because they know that, you know, if they pass a weapon to someone else, they know you can't see that they've passed a weapon to them. So, yeah, if you see that sort of thing happening, feel free to put a prayer up. As far as I'm concerned, that is powerful. Because think about it, you know, if you can't, you know, would they really pass something in front of you if you could actually see what they were passing? You know? Think about it. Would they?
Probably.
What, you reckon people would, if you could see like them passing a gun, do you really think that they'd do it in front of you?
Well, I mean, depends on the person, I guess. Probably not though.
No,
I mean, if they're affiliated in some way, I mean, they might
but
sneakily.
you know, well, we can't see what they're passing, is what I'm saying. So, what if you could see what they were passing? Do you really think that they would be doing it if they know it was not? Yeah. So the way I see it, it's powerful. They're using it, you know, that to their advantage.
To be fair, if I see someone doing the action, I'll probably be like, I mean.
Yeah, but you know, it is technically powerful.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You know, they're using it to gain an advantage. You know. So, yeah. That's why I look at it anyway. Oh, by the way, you could have got a holster.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the other metal detector. We don't really use this one. Same as before, doors remain locked.
Okay.
So as soon as you bring someone in, the door's locked.
Lock the door.
Yep. So we'll go back up now. That's all there is in here. Just give it a kick. If you just kick one of the doors, it'll open it. Little trick I've learnt. Just, you know, just give it a kick. So this is... Where'd you go? You coming? Hello? 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 Oh. Interesting head pop. Discord, emails. Hello, welcome back. That took a while for you to head pop.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it's like you were here, but you weren't. Yeah, so that's all that's here. We do have another one, but we don't use it much because yeah, just a heads up, you will break that light from time to time. So, nah, don't worry about it. Not your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have another one that we can use, another courthouse, but we don't use it because it is very unsecure.
No,
Very hard to secure. Oh, it's got locks, but you can't see people coming in. You can't see anything, you know.
Yeah. So this one's better.
Yeah. Someone can have a two-hander out, and you walk out into it, and then they just shoot you. Because you don't know that's what's happening. You just walk out. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, got a two-hander. Oh, okay. Bang. You're dead. You know. There's nothing you can do about it because you physically can't see until you go through the last door.
Yeah.
You can hear a commotion, but you can't tell what's going on. So that's all there is at this station. Yeah. Don't fly out in there because sometimes there can be issues.
Well, yeah, I got lucky that time.
No, what I mean is, you know, not head popping. Head popping's fine, you know, or just taking a quick refly is fine. But, I mean, don't fly out in there, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
You know, for like the day, you know, between tsunamis. It's happened before where, let's just say...
There'll be a court case happening when you
fly back in. No, there's no inside.
No
Yeah.
yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so you'll be up on the top floor there, but because there's no floor anymore, they decided to demolish it. You will go way down to the bottom floor, and then you pass out.
Yeah. I saw that in their email, so apparently about it being...
Yeah, just don't fly out in there if you can help it.
I'll probably fly out in the sheriff's office.
You're better off flying out, like even here, if you fly out here, you might be fine, but you may end up being stuck here.
Yeah, because I feel like that door up there is normally closed.
Yeah, it is. So you might have issues. You know, you're better off flying out at the sheriff's station. Less issues that way.
Yeah.
You know. Because if it goes, well, all you do is go wee down and then boop. You know.
That's alright. That's pretty good timing because I've got to fly out shortly anyway. So nothing else I really need to know.
Not at this point in time. Just that you can go out by yourself whenever you want.
Well, that's
also,
right.
What was it?
I was going to say, that's alright. You said you're going to be on sheriff most of the day anyway, didn't you?
Yeah.
So I'll probably see you when I get back.
Yep. What was I going to say? Yeah, I got another induction tonight. So that's going to be fun.
That's right. I've got a Mel Road as well. So
yeah. What was I going to say?
You're cutting you off.
We don't really rely on the APR at the moment because it's kind of funked.
Yep.
You know, it doesn't really pick up debt per se, so we just do random debt checks. So you see someone, pull them over.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Anyone you see, just pull them over and check them for debt. It's the only way.
I wish Melrose had the divvy van. I don't know why, I just liked it. Probably because it looks like a Holden.
Yeah. or a Ford.
Like a crossbreed.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, that's the deal with that.
Awesome. All right.
If you ever have any questions, feel free to ask in the emails. Feel free to DM me there if you want. You know, to ask. But, you know, don't DM me directly, you know what I mean? Ask in the emails.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That way, if I don't get around to it, someone else might have a chance of answering you.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions. That's all I'm saying.
No, I definitely will.
I don't know every last little thing, but I know a fair bit.
With how much information's in that bloody handbook, I don't think it's really going to be too much of a problem. It'll just be searching through 100 pages to figure out what the answer is.
There's things in there that there are things missing from that handbook that could be in there. But anyway,
All right, man. I'll see you later on in the day, hopefully.
yeah, no worries.
All right, thank you for that.
Yep, all good. You have a good one. Oh dear. I might tempted to fly out, just have a little rest. I might do that. I might just fly out. Okay, guys. I might start another stream up later, but yeah, at the moment I need a break and I need to have a bit more of a rest. But yeah. Anyway, see you guys later. See you later. Have a good one. Do appreciate the views. I'm just really buggered. I don't know why. Anyway.